What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Getting into this episode of GH, I like this episode to an extent. Let me tell you something. Nina sitting there really talking about when Ava asked her, does she want Sonny, does she want him or whatever? Does she want him in return? And Nina sitting there talking about, he's not the same person he was in Nixon Falls. Duh, duh. Like, you just now figuring that out? I don't know why she acting like she's stuck on stupid. Like, the man that you got in Nixon Falls was not who everybody else know. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, how do I put this? When he came back, Carly noticed, changes in him. He wasn't the same Sonny. Now Nina's talking about he's not the same person he was in Nixon Falls. Obviously, because she's seeing that other side to him. You know what I'm saying? She's seeing what Carly and them have seen about him for years. And Carly was seeing what Nina was seeing for the last few months. So it's like a switcheroo kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, Carly was getting a new version of him. Nina kind of got the old version of him. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what it was. And I understand why she didn't think that she would get that version in the first place. That goes to show you Nina's batshit crazy. And she's delusional because she thought that when Sonny came back to Port Charles, she was always going to get that Mike persona. No. Like, she's been living in Port Charles now for a few years. She should know Sonny's reputation and the type of person he is. Even if she didn't interact with him prior to Nixon Falls that much, she knows how he can be. Like, I'm pretty sure she heard all about him. Even, prior to Nixon Falls, they didn't really interact like that. But she knows his history. You know what I'm saying? She know about him, so I don't know why she was acting so damn surprised that you're getting something different. And I love how Ava broke that down. She was like, listen, she felt like Sonny trying to talk to Michael on Nina's behalf was Sonny's way of trying to impress Nina. I agree, because I feel like, and I agree with Ava, I feel like Sonny definitely cannot go that long without a woman. We all know he can't. Anytime Sonny's single, he's always on the prowl for something new. You know what I'm saying? Always. That man cannot go 5 seconds without some new coochie. I'm just saying. We all know this. It ain't a shock. And I'm glad Ava brought it up because it's super true. It's so true. Um so anyway, when Victor popped up or whatever, Ava was being all nice to him and Nina, wasn't trying to give him the time of day. And Nina was like, why are you being so damn nice to him? Ava was like, because I'm playing the damn game. He family. Like, Ava's trying to endear herself to Victor. But I feel like usually when you do stuff like that, like you try to be nice to somebody that you shouldn't be nice to because you see them as a target for whatever game you're playing, you usually end up falling for your target. You know what I'm saying? And I think that may happen with Ava. Like, especially if Esme's little plan goes off without a hitch for Nicholas. Like, if she catches Nick with Esme or whatever, she might start trying to get back at Nick by humping around with Victor. That's how I could see this going. I'm not saying it's going to go that way, but it damn sure look like it may. It might just go down like that. I'm just saying. I think they're playing a dangerous game. Y'all playing a game you can't win. There ain't going to be no winners in this now. Um, So anyway, moving on from that, Willow is still talking about this daggone passport. She thrilled to finally get her passport or whatever. I'm like, do we really need to keep talking about that damn passport? So anyway, Sonny done came up over there, and he's trying to talk on Nina's behalf or whatever. Michael and Willow was not here for it. They were not. Sonny was looking like a whole fool up in there, trying to talk to Michael about Nina. Michael was pissed. Sonny said they're talking about, Nina got visitation rights, there's grandparent rights. And he said they're talking about, there's a chance that a judge could rule against Michael. I'm like, why are you saying all this foolishness? Don't get me wrong, everything he said was true. She can go for grandparent, visitation or whatever. But the same way he said that Michael could lose, okay, Nina could lose too. And I totally understand where Willow and Michael are coming from. Like, they don't need Nina confusing Wiley any more than she has. And the whole time she was in Nixon Falls, she pretty much ain't give a damn about Wiley. Like, that boy birthday came and gone, and all she tried to do was video chat with him or whatever, when she could have came home and actually celebrated that boy birthday with him. But she rather sit in Nixon Falls trying to hump on Sonny. But now you trying to get all these visitation and all that. Go sit yourself down. Go sit your ass down. And Sonny looked like, I'm just saying, he looked like a whole fool defending her. Like, and Michael, I'm glad Michael called him out because what he said was so true. You're basically choosing that witch over um your family, because and Sonny's trying to deny it. Oh, that's not what I'm doing. That's not. Yes, you are. This is exactly what your ass is doing. You're defending her. Like, and he talking about, oh, I'm trying to, look out for Michael or whatever. No, you're not. You're not. No, you're not. You is not trying to do right. And I'm glad Michael let him know, like, listen, as the parents, respect our decision when it comes to our son. I agree. I totally agree. I was like, go sit down somewhere, Sonny. Go have a sit down. Um, this is not gonna end well. Sonny it's already starting. He's dividing the family at this point. You got the family over here, you got Sonny and Nina over here. Sonny could deny it all he wants to, but he was definitely defending that woman. Um, so anyway, Monica come up in there or whatever, and she let Sonny, and Michael know that she's gonna legally have Jason declared dead for the sake of his kids. I mean, I don't really believe Jason is dead, but I can't blame Monica for wanting to do that because she don't want to keep putting out hope that, as long as he's not declared dead, that there's some chance he could come back or whatever. I guess she just wants to put all this to bed or whatever. Because technically Jason's declared, they think he's dead, but he has not legally been declared that. So basically he's out there is missing pretty much. So she just want to get the legalities of it out of the way, his estate and all that stuff. I can't blame her for that. And Monica got the power to do it since, that is his mama and he wasn't married at the time of his demise. So she just want to, for the sake of his kids and stuff and his assets and all that, put this to bed. And I can't, it's hard for her to do it, but, she got to do what she got to do at this point. It's been months. So got to do it, sad as it may be. So anyway, moving on from that, I like the little conversation Monica and Finn had. She was trying to invite him to a staff dinner pretty much. A dinner for the department heads at the hospital. And he was informing her about Elizabeth and him, having a cooling off period with their relationship. And, Monica said, she felt sad because Jeff is not in Elizabeth's life or his grandkids' life. I mean, it is sad for, the boys, and I think it is sad for Elizabeth because she has no parents. Like, literally, like, no support system when it comes to her own parents, and that's jacked, It's like they don't even care enough about her to pick up the damn phone. Like, I understand they're out of the country trying to save the world, help people, or whatever, but it's like, make time for your family. You got grandkids who don't even know you, and your daughter, has just been going through. Like, Elizabeth has just been struggling over the years. Just emotionally, financially, everything, like just struggling. I mean, don't get me wrong, she always kept a roof over her head in part thanks to Jason too over the years. He did buy her a house and whatnot. But it's hard. She's been raising those boys practically by herself for quite some time, at least until Franco popped in and stuff and helped her out. But beyond that, it's just always been her and the boys. Primarily. She had Lucky here and there and, whatever, Nicholas here and there and stuff like that, but it's primarily been her responsibility. So it would have been cool to have her grandparents. And I know she had Graham, of course. Don't let me discount Audrey, because Audrey has definitely been there for her. But it's nothing like having your actual parents there, you know what I mean? And that's dead wrong. They've been mentioning Jeff a lot lately, so I was kind of confused because, usually when they mention somebody so much, that means that they're about to pop up. And they have been mentioning Jeff for quite some time, so I'm surprised he hasn't popped up yet. And I think, didn't they say he tried to get in touch with her at one point recently? I think. I'm trying to remember, did he? They mentioned something like that. But, yeah, he jacked. So anyway, I didn't like how Finn was questioning Jake. Like, Finn was talking to Jake like something was wrong with the boy. Like he was Damien or something, like he was possessed. Because Jake did not want to go back to his therapy session. he didn't want to do it because he's pissed off that people are looking at him funny and basically like talking to him with an accusatory tone. And he's pissed that people would think that he would do this. I mean, Liz doesn't want to believe it either, but she felt like her son has a dark side, and Finn was asking Jake like, well, where were you when this happened and da 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 da. And he was like, well, I can't really tell. He can't tell his mother where he really was because he feels like it'll upset her, like she won't forgive him or whatever. So I'm like, what were you doing that you think Liz wouldn't forgive you for? I really think Jake is a red herring. I don't think he's the one really doing this. I think it might be something else. Him burning down a studio, him putting up a painting, doing all this, like, I don't think he would do it. He cared a lot about Franco, so why would he burn down Franco's studio? And he even admitted that he was happy that Liz was moving on. He just wanted Finn to treat his mom right. So I don't see him doing this. Even Drew wasn't believing it, that Jake would do this. He didn't believe it. Monica didn't want to believe it either because Monica was like, what the hell going on with her grandson? She needed to know from Liz, like, what's going on with her grandchild. And I'm glad that Drew is going to step up more and try to help Liz with the boys and stuff like that, try to be there more for Jake. Because he does need a positive male in his life, somebody he could talk to. And, I believe him and Drew were close at one point. So hopefully, Drew could talk to him and find out what's going on with him. I don't think he's probably going to be as comfortable talking to Finn because he don't really know Finn like that. But, maybe Drew could slide up in there and, have a chat with the boy. And they could figure this mess out because I don't believe Jake is doing it. I don't want to believe Jake is doing this. I really don't. And hopefully, Monica could talk to him and stuff like that and find out what's going on. So I want to see Monica have some good scenes with Jake and stuff. I really do. Um, I get that Elizabeth feels bad because she feels like she hasn't really been there for her boys lately. But my thing is, Liz is going through a lot. She has been there for him. Maybe she feels like she hasn't been attentive enough. You know what I mean? But she can't apologize for working. She's been working her butt off and, trying to pay for the roof over their head, trying to, keep them in clothes because they're grown boys. Got to pay for food. She shouldn't apologize for stuff like that. Just try and spend more time. That's all you can do, but never apologize for working and stuff like that, because you got to do it, especially when you're a single parent. You got to do what you got to do. So anyway, Anna and Felicia, I'm loving them working together in Austria. They went to the records office or whatever, and they found out that Luke's cable car or whatever, apparently the cable car was on delay for like 15 minutes or whatever. The train car or whatever, it was delayed by 15 minutes. So there was no record of why it was delayed. I knew the person in the records office was working for Victor. I had a feeling because Victor got a lot of people in his pockets. And as soon as that person from the records room left, immediately called Victor. The record keeper done called Victor and told him, like, listen, somebody over here asking questions about the accident and whatnot. So, of course, Victor said, listen, handle that. Because, Victor, he don't give a damn. He ain't above getting somebody killed. Like, he don't care. He was like, handle it by any means necessary. Do what you got to do. So, when Anna was by herself, the dude showed up with a gun. I'm like, yo, where the hell is Felicia with her crowbar so she could knock this man the hell out like she did Peter? Because I said, no, he ain't about to get the drop on my boo, Anna. I'm loving them on this mission. I love it. Them, wearing all black and shit, looking like Charlie's Angels. I said, look at y'all. Looking good. So anyway, hopefully, Felicia pop up and help Anna out, or Anna could get the drop on this dude before he, take her out. So anyway, Sam and Dante was talking to Laura or whatnot about leaving the tarot card for Victor or whatever in their plan. Robert, he liked the idea, but he felt like it was a bit convoluted. Robert was like, listen, it's a good plan, but, it's going to have some hiccups to it. And I agree with Robert because no plan is fully foolproof. Like, there's always something that's going to go wrong. And Victor is basically plotting. Victor was like, listen, if this tarot card don't work, he told Johan, his second in command, his little right-hand man. He was like, if this tarot card don't work, I ain't got no choice but to eliminate Drew. Because he still thinks that Drew has these memories of something that Victor needs or something, detrimental to Victor and the Cassadines. So, you know, in their business dealings and stuff at Crichton Clark. So he was like, if I can't control them, I got to kill him. Victor is not playing no games. He about to whack some asses right about now. Like, he is not playing. Laura's trying to piece this all together. Like, she's trying to piece together how is this all connected to Luke's accident, to the Ice Princess. She's trying to put the pieces together. And she's missing a few pieces to put this puzzle together. She's missing a couple pieces, but I think if they continue to dig into this, they'll find it. So Eileen showed up. You know, Laura's little deputy mayor or whatever, coming up here questioning Laura. I said, first of all, you don't question a boss. Like, sitting here asking Laura, oh, do I need to be kept in the loop? No, you nosy biatch. You don't need to be kept in the loop, nosy ass. You just want to know everything that she know so you can go snitch. That's all it is. Sitting here because Laura was telling her, like, listen, I'm hanging out with my friends right now. You know, we're talking or whatever. So Eileen tried to chastise her or whatever for taking personal time or whatever, for taking a break in her day. Laura was, you know, had to remind that ass. She was like, listen, I'm your boss. You don't tell me when I can take a break and when I can't take a break. Because she said, Eileen talking about, oh, well, I have to account for your meetings. No, you trying to be nosy. You trying to be a little double agent. And I think Laura might be onto her ass because Laura told her that she believed that Luke's accident was a murder. And she's trusting that Eileen will keep her mouth shut. I think Laura might be entrapping her because I don't think Laura trusts her like that. Because why would you tell your deputy mayor this? You know what I'm saying? For something that happened in Austria. And it's not like her and this deputy mayor Eileen are good friends, like they besties and that. So why would Laura trust her if she wasn't trying to set her up? I think she knows that if this information gets back to Victor and she find out that Victor know about this, that they looking into this, then she'll know who the snitch is. Because that's all you got to do. Put out some information and trust me, it'll come back to you. And then that's how you'll know who run around telling. So hopefully, you know, she could. I hope she's setting up a trap. I hope Laura's setting up a trap. I really do. I'm like, please tell me that you're playing this witch. So of course, you know, Victor sitting there calling Drew, trying to meet up with him in person. I'm like, Drew, be on alert. Be on alert. Listen, have your eyes open. Have eyes in the back of your head. Be on alert. Be on alert. Because that man trying to set you up. If he can't control you, he gonna kill you. So pay attention. So anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you all thought. And I will see you all later. Have a great night. Peace.